Hi my dear friends, and welcome back to another Star Wars news update. It's me, your favourite Star Wars hostess, and in today's video we're going to be talking about The Mandalorian Season 3, Boba Fett, Dave Filoni, and more. As always my dear friends, before we dive into the news, please may I ask you to hit that big red subscribe button if you've not done so, and also be sure to give that bell a good old tickle to be alerted each and every time that I post a new video. So without much further ado, and without any more jibber jabber, let's dive straight into it. So my dear friends, we just got a big announcement for The Mandalorian Season 3. At Steel City Con, Carl Weathers confirmed 3 very important things. First of all, that The Mandalorian Season 3 officially starts filming in September, and that the show is currently in pre-production. He also confirmed that he is back as Greef Karga for Season 3, and that he's also going to be directing an episode once again. Some amazing reveals during his panel talk, and it makes me so excited. But we might be getting some Greef Karga earlier than that, because as LRM Online reported a few months ago, both he and Timothy Olyphant as Cobb Vanth will also be making cameos in the Book of Boba Fett. Now it goes without saying that Greef Karga is one of the most underrated characters in The Mandalorian. We often focus on Grogu, Din, Moff Gideon, and Bo-Katan, but we can't forget about Greef Karga. Carl Weathers is a living legend in the industry, and his directorial skills are very impressive indeed, as exhibited in Season 2. Chapter 12, The Siege, was remarkably well handled by him, and is amongst some of the most fascinating and well-written stories in the show's history so far. I can't wait to see more of him, both in front of and behind the camera. What he brings to the show is crucial and needed. Keeping the directors consistent throughout the show is important for creative vision and development, especially as the series progresses into its 3rd season. It doesn't muddy the waters and allows those creatives to build upon the earlier episodes that they directed. It's the same reason why I really hope Bryce Dallas Howard will direct an upcoming episode, as well as Peyton Reed and others. So I'm very excited indeed about this piece of news. So now my dear friends, before we talk about Trapper Wolf and the whole Dave Filoni thing, we're going to be speaking about Boba Fett and the new name given to the Slave One. This article is from CBR and they say the following. In Star Wars, Boba Fett's new ship name is actually a deep pull from the ship's origins. While it's not original, it carries great significance. Ships in the Star Wars franchise carry the same iconography as certain characters like Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi. They act as tools that take fans and their pilots to the next great adventure and are the ultimate form of escapism. One of the best examples of this is Boba Fett's ship. Originally the ship was called the Slave One, but as we saw a few months ago, LEGO retired the name. However, it didn't take long for fans to notice and voice their opinions, with some wanting the name to stay the same. But in a form of compromise, while Boba Fett's ship has finally gotten a new name, it's not entirely new to Star Wars lore. As part of the War of the Bounty Hunters event happening in Marvel Comics, a collection of new variant covers have been announced. However, rather than a vibrant action piece or group shots, the variants will be blueprints of different bounty hunters' ships alongside their pilots. These include Bosk and his ship, the Houndstooth, IG-88 with the IG-2000, and Boba Fett with his classic ship, now titled the Fire Spray. At first glance, the name Fire Spray seems unorthodox for a ship like Boba's, as it has neither a fiery colour scheme nor a flamethrower. In truth, it isn't necessarily a name like the Millennium Falcon. And by the way, I can never say that right. Millennium Falcon. There we go. I remember an experience at school when I was a young girl, and she was also a Star Wars fan, and when I said Millennium Falcon, she corrected me. I know it's Millennium Falcon, but I can't say it quickly. But anyway, my friends, I digress. The new name, the Fire Spray, is actually a shortened version of the type of ship that Boba Fett has. The ship's full name is the Fire Spray 31 class patrol and attack craft, or Fire Spray class interceptor. Its title is actually more akin to how Djarin named his ship, the Razor Crest. The Razor Crest is only a slight change from the ship's original designation, the Razorcraft. Fire Sprays were initially created by Kuat Systems Engineering, and with some modifications, are capable of being the perfect ship for bounty hunting. The ships are often seen patrolling the prison moon of Uvo 4, where Jango Fett stole his own fire spray from. Off the manufacturing line, the ship comes standard with a light tractor beam and auto blasters. It can travel through hyperspace and is capable of holding up to 6 prisoners. Following Fett's customizations, the ship is also seen releasing seismic charges, which nearly killed Obi-Wan Kenobi in Episode 2. What makes the ship great for bounty hunting stems directly from why it was made. As a pursuit vehicle used to patrol a prison planet, It's designed to chase down and capture escapees. With a brig, tractor beam and hyperdrive system, it's one of the galaxy's most efficient bounty hunting vehicles. Its auto blaster also has the ability to rain blaster bolts down on an enemy at rapid speed, helping to justify the name Fire Spray. The name change also works well for Boba because it doesn't even look like the same ship as his father's, so by changing its name, it becomes more of Boba's ship instead of being one he inherited from his father. But as with all things, my friends, change often brings about criticism, and this franchise is no exception. While changing Boba Fett's ship name seems strange to some, others feel that it's organic and right for the character. I've always liked the name Slave One, I didn't see any issue with it, but I completely respect anyone who disagrees. According to this article, the ship's name also feels more unique when compared to those of other bounty hunters. But Slave One was always the original, and in my mind, I'll always call it that. But what do you guys think of this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And now let's talk about Dave Filoni and Trapper Wolf. Trapper Wolf is making his triumphant return to Star Wars. A piece of official merch given to the crew of the Book of Boba Fett may have leaked a big character appearance in the upcoming December show. Trapper Wolf is Dave Filoni's character, who we first saw in The Mandalorian Season 2. A pin of this character was given as a crew gift for the Book of Boba, and just like the Grogu leak, this could confirm that Dave is going to insert himself once again into a live-action show. I think it's hilarious and more than welcome. It would also make sense in terms of the timeline, because when Boba Fett leaves Tatooine, as he inevitably will, he's going to have to deal with the New Republic at some stage. This also begs the question, are we going to see Carson Teva? All in all, I think this would be a really fun Easter egg, but it could just be a crew gift that means nothing. I very much doubt this though, because they don't create these for nothing. They usually do this when a character appears, they give them to the crew as a gift, and then they mass produce them, which Disney sells to the general public. So it seems like Dave Filoni is going to Stan Lee himself into all of the Mandalorian shows. But in all seriousness, I can't wait to see more of Trapper Wolf. Even more proof that he is going to show up in some capacity is the fact that he now has a Black series. And finally, my friends, just a little Obi-Wan update. We now know that Rupert Friend has finished filming his scenes for Obi-Wan Kenobi. It was recently rumoured that he is going to be playing Agent Kallus, but in either case, he's now finished, which adds him to the ever-expanding list of actors who have finished filming their scenes on Obi-Wan as well. But that, my dear friends, brings us to the end of this news update. If you guys enjoyed it, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new, and a huge welcome if you are, and also be sure to check out my Patreon, the link is in the description down below. But otherwise, I'm Star Wars Meg, wishing you all a phenomenal rest of the day, no matter where you dwell in the galaxy. Have a good one.